Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 29th of October 2023. Revised date 27th of February 1996. Essence: the foundation of truth is purity, and its sign is divinity on one's face and in one's activity. Today, the true Father, the true Teacher, and the Sadguru is seeing his children everywhere who are embodiments of the power of truth. The foundation of truth is purity, and the practical proof of truth is divinity on your face and in your activity. Many souls in the world call themselves truthful or consider themselves to be truthful. If if there isn't purity, there cannot be constant truthfulness. So, what is the foundation of all of you? Purity on the basis of purity. Constantly being an embodiment of truth is natural and easy. Truth is not just speaking the truth and doing what is truthful, but the truth, but the first truth is that through which you have received the power of purity or the power of truth. Therefore, the first aspect is to know your true form. I am a soul. Previously, you did not know this true form. So, the first truth is to know yourself in your true form. Did you have the form of truth in terms of the physical body? I am so and so, or I am such and such. To know the true form is firstly to know your own form, and then to have the introduction of the Father. Do you know your own true form very well? And do you have the Father's true introduction? Thirdly, you also know the world cycle in its true form, what this cycle is, and what your part in it is. Do you now know your part well and very clearly? Your part is good, is it not? The best part is said to be that of the confluent sage. However, compared to the souls of the world throughout the cycle, your parts of deity souls are also elevated. Even though the religious leaders and the great souls play their parts, those souls are not pure in both body and soul, whereas you deity souls are pure both in body and in soul, which no other souls throughout the cycle are. So, no one apart from you souls has the elevated foundation of purity. Do you remember the part of the deity souls? Do the Pandavas remember it? Deity souls have purity in the natural form. Great souls make other souls pure, but with a lot of effort, it is not natural. Neither it is natural nor it is part of their nature. Whereas for you, you have a natural life of purity for half a cycle, and you also have that nature. You do not make any effort there. The effort made here makes it natural there, because there is no name or trace of impurity there. You are not even aware that there is just a thing of impurity. This is why the practical form of your purity is that of the deities, that is, of divinity. At this time, no matter how truthful people of the world consider themselves to be, they still do not know the truth of their original form. They do not have the true introduction of the Father, so you cannot call their form completely true. You can only have the power of truth constantly when you have the awareness of the true form of yourself and of the Father. So, your every thought will then be constantly true. At present, you even forget sometimes, or when you become body conscious, your thoughts are not constantly filled with the power of truth or the power of purity. Do you constantly have these types of thoughts, or do you even have waste thoughts? Would you call waste thoughts truthful? You did not say anything false. So why would you not call them true? If someone were to say, I don't ever tell a lie, I always tell the truth, then the recognition of this truth is that there would constantly be divinity experienced in that one's thoughts, words, deeds, relationships, and connections. You may be speaking the truth, but there is no divinity. You can see that someone repeatedly says, I am telling the truth. I am telling the truth. I am always truthful. However, if you are constantly truthful and yet there isn't that divinity in your words or deeds, then others would not feel your truth to be the truth. They would feel that you are only trying to justify yourself. They would not be able to believe that that is the truth. In order to prove the truth, there is no need to try to prove it. If you prove your own truthfulness with stubbornness, that divinity would not be visible. It would only be something ordinary, which everyone in the world also does. Babdada gives the definition of truth in a slogan that you also heard from Sakar Baba. What would one who is truthful look like? Where there is truth, the soul dances. The soul will constantly dance in happiness. When you try to prove yourself right with stubbornness, then if you observe your own or someone else's face, it would not be a face with happiness on it. The face would be filled with thoughts or sadness. It would not be a face of one who is dancing. Where there is truth, the soul dances in happiness. Days and nights spent in happiness are enjoyed very much. But there is the slightest untruth mixed with the truth. Life at that time would not be enjoyable. The meaning of truth is to stabilize in your true form and then to create thoughts, speak words, and perform actions. Nowadays, people of the world clearly say of themselves, nowadays it is difficult for honest people to move along. They have to tell lies. However, at certain times, in certain situations, although Brahmin soul do not tell lies through their lips, you understand internally that sometimes you have to be very clever with others. That is not called a lie, but it is called cleverness. So, what is the cleverness? Of course, you have to be this. So, those people tell lies clearly, whereas Brahmins tell them using royal language. They then say that was not my intention. It was neither my feeling nor my intention, but I had to do it. I have to interact in that way. However, you saw Father Brahma because he too was in the corporeal form. Of course, for the incorporeal one, you think Father Shiva is incorporeal. He is sitting up above enjoying himself. If he were to come down here, he would then know. However, Father Brahma, in his corporeal form, stayed with all of you. He was a student and he also had to withstand so much opposition for the sake of truth and purity. Did he move along with that cleverness? So many people advised him, do not tell people directly that they have to remain pure. Instead, tell them that they just have to remain a little pure. However, was Father Brahma afraid? In order for you to imbibe the power of the truth, the power to tolerate is also essential. You have to tolerate. You have to bow down. You have to accept defeat. However, that defeat is not defeat. Although it feels like defeat at that time, it is victory for all time. Today, you are celebrating the Diamond Jubilee with the power of truth. If you hadn't had purity or truth, then others would not have experienced on your faces and in your activities the divinity that they experience today. Even if you are a Even if you are part of the infantry, it is number wise after all. Even if you are Maharathis, not just those who are Maharathis in name, but true Maharathis, that is, those who move along with the power of truth, true Maharathis, if you step away from this, if you step away from the truth on seeing in external situations and say, I didn't say anything else. I just spoke a few words externally. I didn't mean that in my heart. I just spoke those few words physically. That is not being completely truthful. If because of the truth you have to tolerate something, then that is not really tolerating. Externally, you may feel that you are tolerating something, but that is being accumulated in your account in the form of the power of tolerance. Otherwise, what happens is that when someone is even a little weak in tolerating something, he definitely has to take the support of falsehood. For that time, it feels as though he has found some support and that everything is alright. But he does not accumulate the power of tolerance in his account. Externally, he would feel that he is moving along very well, that he now knows the art of moving along cleverly. However, if he were to see his account, he would see that he has accumulated very little. Therefore, do not move along with this cleverness. Sometimes you even move along while copying one another. This one is moving along in that way, and her name has been glorified a lot. She has moved forward a great deal. Whereas, because we are honest and truthful, we are left behind. However, that is not remaining behind, that is actually moving forward. In front of the Father, you are moving forward. Even when in front of others, it seems as though you are moving backwards. With whom are you ultimately concerned? Are you concerned with the Father or with other souls? With the Father. So, to move forward in the Father's heart means to move forward in your reward for the whole cycle. However, if you copy souls here in moving forward, you earn your name at this time and you receive that regard. You enter the list of those who give lectures. You enter the list of those who look after centers. But that is only for this short time. You do not create a reward for the whole cycle. Babdada refers to this as you made effort, a seed was sown, and a tree grew, and you even received some fruit. However, you ate unripe fruit. The fruit of the reward is finished for all time. So do not copy others for a temporary name, fame, or honor. You may not earn a name here, but your name is ahead in the Father's heart. Therefore, if you want to become a diamond, check yourself in all these aspects. Check that there isn't any type of flaw, even in a royal way, hidden in the diamond. Therefore, use the power of truth to imbibe divinity. No matter what you have to tolerate, do not be afraid. The truth will automatically be revealed according to the time. You say the boat of truth may rock, but it will not sink. In that case, it will take you to the shore. Therefore, be fearless. If you have to face anything, then keep Father Brahma's life in front of you. There were many situations of the world in front of Father Brahma, but there were also a variety of situations concerning the children. However, while remaining within the gathering and having responsibilities, he was victorious with the power of truth. Did Father Brahma not see the complications of the children? Souls with a variety of sanskars also came in front of Father Brahma. However, even while he had to tolerate all of those situations, the original stage of his power of truth made him completely perfect. So, what do all of you want to become? This is not cleverness, is it? You speak very well, when you say I didn't do anything. Of course, you also have to be a little clever, but for how long? So, now imbibe the power to tolerate and confront falsehood. Do not be influenced. Some think that they saw something in the Maharathis and that it is the Maharathis they have to follow. That Father Brahma is not in front of them at the present time. That there are just the Maharathis and so they followed them. However, even if the Maharathis have mixed activity, if they too are moving along with cleverness, then the Maharathis are not Maharathis at that time. At that time, they are under bad omens. They are not Maharathis. What slogan was it that the father gave? Follow the father or follow the sister or brother. Follow the father or follow the sister or brother. So, in performing practical actions, keep Father Brahma in front of you, follow him, and in becoming bodiless, follow the incorporeal Father. Even when they even when there are very good children, they are following the Father. So, what do you have to do? Follow the Father. Are you sure? Or do you feel that because you are getting a little advantage, you should take that and think that you will see about the future when it comes? Some of you even think we might claim a low status in the golden age, but we will definitely be happy because there won't be any sorrow there. At least we will have all attainments. Even if we become subjects of the subjects, we will not lack any attainments. And so let us take that pleasure now and we will see about the future later on. However, this temporary pleasure will also bring you a share of that punishment. So, do you accept that? Will you take a little punishment? Will you also take that pleasure? No. So, remember all three things: purity, truth, and divinity. Let there not be ordinary words, ordinary thoughts, or ordinary deeds, but let there be divinity. Divinity means to perform actions and create thoughts with divine virtues. This is divinity. When people ask what are sinful actions, what do you tell them? To perform any action under the influence of a vice is a sin. This is what you explain, do you not? So, divinity means to have thoughts, words, and deeds based on divine virtues. So, you understood the importance of truth. Baba conducted a drill. Can you make yourself bodiless in a second? Why? How long did it take to have the thought, I am a bodiless soul? It took a second, did it not? So, every now and then, throughout the day, continue to perform the drill. I am detached, bodiless, and loved by the Father. You know how to do this, do you not? So, now forget everything in a second and become completely bodiless. Bab Dada conducted drill for 5 minutes. Acha, to all the souls everywhere who constantly keep the foundation of purity strong, to those who are constantly bringing about the golden age, that is, those who are spreading the vibrations of the power of truth throughout the world with their own power of truth, to those who constantly imbibe divinity in their thoughts, words, and deeds, to the souls who have the natural practice of following the Father, to such souls, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Continue to perform this drill throughout the day as many times as you can. Even if you do it for just a minute, even if you do not have 2 or 3 minutes, by even carrying out this practice for 1 or for half a minute, you will receive a lot of help in becoming bodiless in the final moments. Are you able to become this? Did all of you become bodiless just now? Or did you spend your time battling? Are you able to become this in a second? Are you able to become this even when you have a lot of work to do? It isn't difficult. You may be running around a lot in the UN, and when you try to become bodiless at that time, you are able to become that. If you practice this from time to time, it will then become natural at that time. When you are aware of your body, do not have to make effort for that at that time. Do you make the effort to think, I am so and so? It is natural. So, this will also become natural. Become bodiless when you want to enter your body when you want. When you have to do something, take the support of your body. But do not forget that it is the soul that is taking the support of the body. You are not the one that does, but the one that has it done. Just like you have something done through others, at that time you consider yourself to be separate. In the same way, whilst having something done through your body, you, the soul that is having it done, are separate. Practice this and you will never fluctuate in any kind of body consciousness. Do you understand? Blessing. May you become a pure soul by merging yourself in the ocean of love and finishing the dirt of the consciousness of I. May you become a pure soul by merging yourself in the ocean of love and finishing the dirt of the consciousness of I. Those who constantly remain merged in the ocean of love are not aware of anything of the world. Because of being merged in love, they are easily able to go beyond all situations. It is said of devotees, this one is constantly lost. However, you children are constantly immersed in love. You are not aware of the world. All the consciousness of mind has finished. The consciousness of mind for many things makes you dirty. When you consider the one Father to be mine, all the dirt finishes and the soul becomes pure. Slogan. For your intellect to imbibe the jewels of knowledge and enable others to do this is to be a holy swan. For your intellect to imbibe the jewels of knowledge and enable others to do this is to be a holy swan. Acha. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.